Okay, so today we got a couple packages in. Look, see what we got. I don't think the hydraulic rams came in today. I was hoping those would show up, but I think tomorrow we should be receiving those. But I ordered 4 3/4 inch pins. These are just standard tractor pins going to the truck. I'll show you where those are going to go. And then the hydraulic pump I ordered. Looks like we got a pretty nice little unit. Got a nice steel case, a drain. Got just the 2 mounting bolts on the bottom. Pretty simple. I'm hoping I have enough room in the battery box area to mount this, and then of course we got a up and down remote. Mount that up out of cab or in the cab later. So, keep looking on the truck here in just a second. See where I have room to mount this. Once I figure out where I'm going to mount it, I can go ahead and go get the hoses made for the rams. Hopefully we can get all that put in pretty quick. All right, guys, so I made a couple changes. I know y'all saw the stainless lines. I went with number 4 instead of number 6. I mean, we're not running any big bore cylinders. These are 1.5 bores, and we've got a 2 gallon per minute pump at 3,200 pounds. I'm not trying to raise the cab at a real high speed, so number 4s are just gonna be a little more flexible. They're gonna look a little nicer. I can tie them up a little better. You know, this truck, when I picked it up, it had air lines and hoses hanging down everywhere. We're gonna try to make this look really nice and really neat and keep it really clean. So the number 4s are just gonna be a lot more workable. So they'll be fine. You know, thinking about the rams, these are 1.5 inch bore rams. And so both sides, if you take that into consideration, so I've got 3-inch bore. And I know the rupture pressure on the stainless is 3,000 PSI. And it's a 3,200 pound pump. And I know that's 4-to-1, there's some safety factor in there too, but what I'm gonna do is, since I've got a total of 3-inch bore, I don't have, guys, the cab doesn't weigh 3,000 pounds. There's no weight in it necessarily besides the seat and the dash and a little bit of the front clips. So we're less than 3,000 pounds on that. So it's not gonna take more than 1,000 PSI to lift the cab. So once I get these installed, I'm gonna back the relief down to probably about 1,500. So we'll have plenty of lifting power, and then I know when the rams are maxed out that you will hit your relief pressure. So we'll be right there at, you know, within the rating of the hose, within 200 pounds. But we're gonna back those reliefs off because we're not gonna need it. So it'll be all right. Fixing to go out into where the old electric pumps are out in the woods, and they control the crab steering on the back of the truck. And we're not gonna use those. So I had a PTO driven pump on the back of the engine that drove the front, and it was a 6 gallon per minute. I actually ordered a new cam for that pump, upgrading it to a 13 gallon per minute. I'm gonna run the rear crab steering, and then I have an orb for the front, and that's, you know, all that's gonna run off the mechanical system. We're not gonna be electric on any of that. Those electric pumps are probably 150, 200 pounds a piece. So a nice little shed of weight. I'm not putting those back under there. And I'm gonna try to reuse that bracket to mount the smaller pump in the same place. So let's let me get some tools and we'll head out and see if we can't beat that old bracket off. So these were the old electric pumps. So I just unbolted both the brackets from them. One was a little thinner than the other one, but I think I need the driver's side one, which is thicker. So if you look at this one, that was a little bit thinner. Here's the one I just pulled off, just covered in ants. So I'll try to reuse this piece. Okay, so we've got our hydraulic pump. We've got to change these 2 fittings. The outlet port right here. It came with number 6 adapters. We're not going to use. We're going to change it to number 4s. So that was these metric adapters I was showing y'all. There's just today. Okay, so I got the pump in here, and what we've got to do is I'm going to have to space that bottom up a little bit. It's actually going to use the same size bolts in the bottom, and it mounts to the frame very nicely. So I feel like it's going to work good to reuse it. I'm going to get this taken apart, get that other hole drilled, get that bracket painted, and get some more stuff in it. Okay, so we got one mounted up, got a pin in the bottom. We got to run it up once we get the pump running, and we'll get those pinned. Got one more side to do. So we got the two hoses on it. Need to get it full of hydraulic fluid. Get the battery cables on it. Get all these connections tight. Okay, so I've been working on the pumps. I got the hydraulics installed, got the pump installed, got all that done. I'll show y'all some of that as soon as we get the cab up in the air. I need to build some support to the front end, and I need to put some valving on the hydraulics so it slows it down a little bit. Right now it's moving too fast. I want to slow it down and have a nice smooth up and down. It's a little jerky, but we can still show you how it works tonight. This truck has not done this since the 80s. It's been a while. Okay, so now I can work on the sub platform, and we can start working on the roll cage and get some of the other stuff started on this truck and get going. I'm gonna redo the seat mounts. I gotta bring those up. I gotta bring the sub platform up about 1 inch. But as you can see, got the new rams installed. I need to get those lines tied up. We'll get all that tidied up when we get the cab back off when it goes to the body shop. That's where we ended up mounting the pump. Got the air tank on the other side, the Raycor. So basically you have full access to work on the transmission and the engine. When this is up, and if you need to remove the sub platform, it's only 4 bolts. Work in progress. Got lots to go, but we're getting a little bit done every day. Okay, so we're going to bring it back down. Like I said, it's a little bit jerky. So. High pressure valve. Up and down works. Now we can start getting more stuff done. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. If you don't mind, please hit that like and subscribe down there in the bottom right hand corner. And we'll catch you on the next one.